Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo. Today is February 21st. It is a Sunday, so happy weekend everyone. Today is the second check-in for the February 2021 listing challenge. If you're not participating in the listing challenge, you can jump in right where you are. You don't have to have been participating from the beginning. This is just basically a challenge to get us all motivated and basically get our butts in gear so we're not fiddle-farting around. And it's for accountability as well as a more realistic way for us to look at where we are and where we would like to be. I wanted folks to sit down and really think about what our goals are, where we would like to be, how much we're listing now versus where we want to be, and kind of think if we are meeting our goals consistently, are they too easy? And if we're consistently not meeting our goals, are we not being realistic about what we're able to do? Everyone's lives are different. We all have different responsibilities. We all have different obligations. We all have different families, pets, jobs, school maybe even. We just all have these different schedules and things going on in our lives. So while it might be realistic for one person to list 50 items a day, it might only be realistic for someone else to list 5 a day. So you really have to take a realistic look at your own life and what you can realistically do in a day. And that's what I really wanted folks to do. I don't want you to berate yourself when you can't meet your goals and feel disappointed and discouraged. So some folks need to say, hey, I set the bar too high. This isn't going to happen for me. There's just too much going on in my life. There's too much on my plate. But for other people who consistently reach their goals and find that they're too easy and they're ending up with too much free time on their hands, I wanted those people to kind of raise the bar a little bit and say, hey, listen, I'm a person who doesn't have a lot of responsibilities and obligations outside of my business. So maybe I could do a little bit more. And then I wanted everyone to be accountable. I wanted us all to say out loud to ourselves, to a partner, to each other, in the Facebook group, here on YouTube, somewhere, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to tell you guys. So now it's out there in the world. And people know what I said I'm going to do. And I'm going to come back once a week and tell you whether I did it or not. And that way you're accountable. It's okay if you didn't do it. It's great to come back and feel accomplished and feel proud of yourself and celebrate with everyone in the community if you did reach your goals. That's a wonderful feeling. But it's also okay to come back and say, hey, I didn't reach my goals. This week I failed. That's just as important because that gives you a chance to take that step back and look at why you didn't reach it. What was going on? Was this a one-off? Did you not reach your goals this week because maybe you had a sick kid or a sick dog, or maybe you had a doctor's appointment, or just something was going on this week that was weird, that isn't normal, that took time away from you listing, that maybe won't happen again because life is life and life happens. And if that's the case, if it was a one-off and you just had an extra busy week or things going on outside of the norm, you can just, pull yourself up by your bootstraps tomorrow, Monday morning, and start over again. But if it seems to be a pattern, if you consistently aren't reaching your goals, if it's happening over and over again, that's when you need to take the harder look and be like, am I just setting the bar too high? Am I setting myself up for this disappointment? But I want everyone to be honest when they check in. I want everyone to be truthful to themselves, number one, but be honest with everyone else. Yes, we all want to go into the Facebook group and tell the community, woo, I hit my goals. And we all want to feel that success and that celebratory feeling and that accomplishment. And it's great to tell the community that you're a success. But it's okay to not always succeed. It's okay to fail once in a while. It's okay to make mistakes. We're all human. So there is a dedicated thread in the Facebook group. If you're not a part of our Facebook group, join. It's free to join. That's the most important thing you need to hear. It's a free Facebook group. It's called the Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. You can search for it. You can use the handy dandy link down below. Once you're in, go to the top. There's tabs at the top. One of those tabs is announcements. Go in there, find the thread that's dedicated to the February listing challenge. create a comment for yourself, and within your comment, you'll keep track of your own goals. And you can interact with each other in there and cheer each other on, celebrate the successes, and help each other stay encouraged when we fail, if we fail. And other than that, it's just a really great group of people in there. It's a really solid reselling community. That group is stellar. And it's not me tooting my own horn because I had nothing to do with it. It's the people in that group. You guys make it what it is. Additionally, you can check in on the videos I'm putting out once a week, every weekend. I'm aiming for Saturdays, and it never happens. These videos are coming out on Sundays. That's just my life. I have to face facts. My goal was originally to put out a video every Saturday. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. But every weekend there will be a check-in video, and you guys can use the comments down below to check in where you're at. Hey, listen, if you're not a part of it already, like I said, you can jump in now. You can join in wherever you are. So you can use these comments to jump in now or check in if you've been participating all along. If this is something we want to continue doing, I am more than happy to continue doing this with you guys. We can do this every month. We can have a March and April and May. We can go all year. I like it. I think everyone else likes it too. I think we've all been having a lot of fun with this. I think we've all been more productive. I've seen a lot of people say that, and I'm the same because I'm human, it's almost embarrassing to tell people you failed if it's not a good reason. It's one thing to come in and say, hey, I didn't reach my goals this week because we just had a super busy week. I had a sick kid. I had doctor's appointments. My car broke down. That's one thing. But to literally have to come into a group full of people and be like, yo, I laid around and watched Netflix all week. That's embarrassing, and none of us want to do that. So I think it's really held a lot of us accountable. It's made a lot of us be more productive and hold ourselves to a standard and really reach our goals so that we can come back and tell people, I kept myself off of Facebook this week. I kept myself off of Netflix, and I really banged it out, and I got a lot of work done. And a lot of us are seeing really great results from this too, because we're listing more, we're selling more. So if you're not participating, please jump in. If you are participating, check in here, check in the group. Tell a friend, tell your dog, tell your hamster, tell somebody you're doing it. Accountability is important. And you guys, I never challenge you to do something I wouldn't do myself. And this challenge is not just for eBay, it's also for other platforms. It's for cross-posting. It's for any platform you want to sell on, any of them. Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark, I almost called the Posh book. Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, cross-posting, whatever you want this challenge to be for you and your own personal goals and your reselling business. My goals were 10 new listings a day on eBay. My throat is dry. Hold on. A minimum of 10 cross-posted items to Poshmark and a minimum of 5 cross-posted to Mercari. I do use List Perfectly. There's a code in the box down below if you want to give it a try. If you use the referral link down below and the code, I believe it's Flippin' Hippos, check the box, double check me. I never remember my code. It's in the box. If you want to try List Perfectly, use the referral link and the code in the box down below. You get 30% off your first month to try it. And if it's not for you, you can always cancel. But they have bulk cross-posting. I love it. So I use that. And so my minimum was 10 Poshmark, 5 Mercari. I was trying to double it every day when I felt froggy because, hey, I'm paying for List Perfectly. I might as well be doubling down. Guess what, guys? I failed this week. I sure did. I have figured out why, because I did what I tell you guys to do. I stepped back. I took a really hard look at what happened this week to figure out what happened and why and what's going on and why I didn't hit my goal. I did 4 out of 5 days. My goal is Monday through Friday. By the way, if you hadn't heard, my goal is Monday through Friday. So I don't typically list on Saturdays and Sundays. If I have some extra time on the weekend, if I have some spare time, which, what spare time? I do list on the weekends if I have some drafts laying around or if I got like an extra half hour, an hour. Sometimes I will. Anyway, Keith lists extra on the weekends to cover the fact that I'm not listing. I use the weekends typically to catch up on housework. I'm working on some more guides. I take care of our website, social media, videos, just everything else that I do that isn't listing is what I do on the weekends. And we take some extra time off of work as well to do stuff that isn't work. Me time. So my goal is Monday through Friday. Anywho, Monday through Thursday this week, I hit my goals and overdid Poshmark and Macari again, just like last week. I did the first week I did this challenge. I did great. So I did 10 a day to eBay, and then I did 20 a day on Poshmark and 10 a day on Macari, Monday through Thursday. We hit Friday, and I was out of pictures. That's what happened. So when I stepped back and tried to decide or decipher what went wrong, I was out of pictures. I know why I ran out of pictures. There's 2 reasons I ran out of photos. So, 1, my schedule last week was extraordinarily busy, busier than usual, which took me out of the home more often than usual. So I didn't have as much time here to do photos and lists and all the things I normally do. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a one-off. So I have to figure out a way to redo my schedule to figure in photos and listing and everything else I need to do. I may have to choose a day where I do more photos or do drafts or something. I'll figure it out. So that was the one reason I did not reach my goal last week. I didn't have enough photographs to do it. So I have to figure a way to get more photographs. That's my challenge. That's my obstacle. The second thing, I get really hyper-focused on the goals and the challenge and listing. So I should have noticed, I think, on Wednesday or Thursday, I think midweek, I probably should have realized and noticed I was getting low on photos. And there was like 1 or 2 days I could have maybe had the time to take more photos, but I didn't because I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't noticing that I was getting low on extra photos because I was hyper-focused. I was so hell-bent, so to speak, on, oh my God, the challenge, and I got to get this done, and I have to meet my goals, so at the end of the week I can tell everyone, I did it. I achieved the challenge. I hit my goals, and so I got only focused on that, and it was like tunnel vision, and I didn't see anything else going on. So when I stepped back and assessed, that was why I failed. 1, I didn't have enough photos, and 2, I was hyper-focused on the challenge and listing and didn't bother to notice anything else going on around me, and so that's me. I got to find more time, I guess. How do you find more time? There's got to be like a way to have 40 hours in the day. But I got to notice when I'm low on photos and find a way to schedule time for photos. I just got to be more aware and not so hyper-focused on this challenge that I'm not noticing everything else that needs to get done around me. Because I feel like there could be a way to list in the evenings, or listing is easier to do than the photos. So those have to be like priority number 1, right? Those have to be like, this is what I have to do like first thing every day. They're the thing I hate doing the most. Nobody likes doing photos. They get in the way. They take time. They're just so irritating. It's got to be like the thing I do first. I think I've told you guys that my dad used to tell me that. Do what you don't like doing the most first thing every day so it's out of the way. That's my issue. Photos. That's my issue. So 4 out of 5 this week for me. Not too bad. I had contemplated maybe listing yesterday to make up for it. But then when I realized what my issue was, I instead chose to use my time wisely yesterday and did some extra photos. I did a little photo session. So I got a bunch of extra photos taken yesterday. So hopefully moving into this week, I won't run into that again, and I can hit all my listing goals. All right, guys, let me know down below or in the Facebook group where you're at with the listing challenge, how it's going for you. How are you doing with your goals? Did you have to move them? Whether you had to, set the bar higher or set it lower? What were your reasonings? Really take a look at this, see where you're at. And again, if you're not participating, feel free to jump in. And let me know too, guys, how you feel about, continuing this through March. We can take it month by month and see how far we want to take this in the year. All right, don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you're notified when we put out new content. Join the group if you're not in it. And go be productive. Go make some money. Check your goals. Be honest with yourself, guys. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Bye.